Hello, hello. So today we are looking into Jolissa Fuentes. I am aware that her car was found in a wreck with believed to be her inside. However, this is not a case I was following from the beginning, but once I started to look into it, I'm like, there's something that's not been brought to the forefront yet, and today we are going to do that. So let's start with 8:00 p.m. on August 6th. Jolissa arrived at a family gathering and then left around 3 a.m. the following morning to grab some belongings from home. Moon in reverse. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands in reverse. She's an extrovert, at least to some degree, or at least around the people that she was around, but she needed some time for herself. She needed to like have a minute pretty much. There's something that was bothering her that wasn't letting her like relax where she was. It was like, you know, when you just like are around people that you like and you like to be around them, but if something else is going on, it's almost like you feel like you can't be your best self with those people until you like get a minute to like just take a big breath when you're alone. That's what I'm getting here. She was having a good time being around a family gathering. Yeah, family gathering. It was just that she needed a minute to like be alone and either deal with something or just deal with emotions. But it was like she was trying to push down her emotions and have a good time with the people she was around, but she wasn't able to. Like there was something that just was like nagging her in her brain. She's like, you know what, I know it's 3 a.m., but I gotta just either go call somebody, go take care of this, or go just like go on a drive and just get some time for herself. She left home after gathering items and drove to the gas station. At 4 a.m., a surveillance camera at the gas station captured her pulling up to the store, getting out of the car, and walking inside the business to make a purchase. What was going on from the time she got into her car until the time she got to the gas station? Ten of Swords, a heavy burden, King of Pentacles. She was either arguing with someone or stressing about someone, likely a male, likely someone who had done her dirty or had was she communicating with someone else in some way at this point? The Devil and reverse Five of Pentacles. There was something going on that had hurt her, and she was trying to figure out why, like what was the purpose of this happening, and trying to like fix the situation, but somebody was not being very nice to her, or was doing or plotting something in some way. What was the energy in the car? Knight of Cups in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. Whatever, yeah, so basically, she was with her family. There was something going on that she just couldn't let go. It was in her mind, bothering her. She's like, okay, I just pretty much like need a little space. I need to take a moment, try and free my mental space for a moment. Hold on. There was something that had hurt her or something that was building up. She wanted to fix the situation, so it's not like somebody was fighting with her and she was like out to get them. It was like somebody was doing something that was hurting her and she was trying to fix the situation or help the other person. Whoever this person was toxic, but played some kind of role in her life. She felt like she couldn't be herself around her family and whoever else was like at the place that she left from. She didn't want to basically like worry them or alarm them or have them be like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like she wanted to be okay. She wanted to be herself, but she just needed to try and do whatever she felt she had to do to resolve this situation that was playing over in her head. It's some kind of disappointment. So like something that what else can we know about whatever was going on between her and whoever this person is? Two of Swords in reverse. So this is not like this either had been building up or like in the instance, if it was like a breakup or something like that, it could have been like build up. Or it could be that like, basically something had been bothering her and she reached a dead end with it. She was like, okay, I can't let this keep bothering me. I'm going to try and fix the situation by taking the higher road so that I can get back to feeling like myself. Okay, let's leave that at that. After buying the items, it shows her walking out of the store, getting back into her car and turning westbound onto Nebraska Avenue as she drove away. Her parents said that her daughter should have turned eastbound to drive back home. So essentially she went the wrong direction. Why did she go the wrong direction? The Chariot, okay. So she knowingly went the wrong direction. Death in reverse. And Eight of Wands. She was going to whomever this other person was to fix this situation. She knew she wasn't, it's not like she made a mistake and just accidentally drove the wrong way. It's not like she was intoxicated or anything like that and drove the wrong way. She was knowingly going to bring a change to this situation because she was done just dealing with it and she wanted to bring a conclusion to it. So she was going the wrong way to meet up with someone. Either to meet up with someone, I mean, I guess that's all it could be. Like meet up with someone, talk to someone. This card's about like fast communication. So it's something was bothering. Okay. So run it back. She was at the gathering with, hold on a second. Okay, so she was, crap, where was I? She was at the party or the gathering. Something was on her mind, bothering her. She was trying to, you know, just be in the moment and be with the people she was around. But whatever this was significant enough to her that it wasn't something she could just shut off. So somebody else was essentially being an ass and was not either taking her well-being or her feelings into account. She was like, you know what? I can't just let this keep continuing. This obviously, you know, like those situations where you're like, okay, this is bothering me, but I'm just going to keep going on with my day and hopefully it'll just, you know, I'll be able to focus on other things and then I'll look back and it's not even on my mind anymore. That's what she wanted, but that was not happening. Whatever this was like knocking on her head the whole time, not letting her enjoy being around the people that she knew that she wanted to enjoy being around. So she was going to meet up with this person so that they could talk and that she could go back to being herself instead of feeling like she's being taken out of her own mind by something that's bothering her. This is something that was going on for some bit of time because it's something that she was like, okay, no more. I can't ignore it. I need to say something or I need to do something. But from the other person's end to her, they were making some kind of painful choice that was hurting her feelings, hurting her, you know, in some way. But she was like, okay, I'm disappointed, but at the same time, it's not me to hurt someone just because they hurt me. So I'm going to try and fix this situation by talking it out and by either helping them see my point of view or helping them see why what they're doing is hurtful. It's something that she was like, I'm not going to let this go, but I want to try and like make it into a learning opportunity for the other person so that they don't hurt someone else in this way. So she went the wrong way. She appeared to be alone when she arrived at the gas station and when she drove away in her car. 8 of Cups. Searching for truth. So yeah, she was... Swords, Betrayal. She had tried to either communicate with someone when she was in the parking lot, or she was just planning on going and communicating with someone. But there was a betrayal, there was dishonesty, there was something that she was not able to let go, and she wanted to take the high road and kind of, if she wasn't able to make the situation better, she at least wanted to make it so another person wouldn't have to go through what she was going through, because she was going to teach the other person. I don't want to say like teach them a lesson, because that wasn't it. It was more of like try and explain to them in some way or show the person in some way that, you know, this wasn't really, not really nice to be treating people the way that they were treating her. And it was her hope that she could just find a way to show the person this, not even so that she could get whatever she wanted out of the person, or not even so she could fix their relationship, but so another person wouldn't have to deal with this person treating them like that. Yeah. At 5:24 and 5:25, her father said his missing daughter's phone made 2 FaceTime calls to her sister. The calls were unanswered. Why was she calling her sister? Nine of Wands. Four of Cups. She was calling her sister because she wasn't sure about something. So 4 o'clock a.m. is when turned the wrong way, and an hour and a half later about is when she called her sister. So in that hour and a half, she was unsure about something. It's like she was calling her sister as like a last ditch effort. This could be one of two things. It could be that she was scared about something that was going on around her and called her sister, or it could be that she wasn't sure how to handle a situation and was calling her sister. Let's see which one it was. Oh, King of Swords in reverse. Jolissa had either spoken to someone or located someone or found, like, for example, like, let's say she's trying to talk to someone and she found out where that person was from another person. Something along those lines. She was let me pull a card before I say this. Six of Cups in reverse. So she was like being led somewhere or asked to go somewhere, like, and she wasn't really sure if that was the best decision. Like, for example, let's just say she was trying to make amends with someone who was treating her bad, but she just wanted to kind of talk to them and not like be like, oh, you're bad and you deserve bad things. It was more like she wanted to kind of just like lead by example, like give the person a better example to follow. But something happened where she was like, I don't know. It was either like, I don't know if I should go there and do this, or it was like going to tell her sister, hey, this is what I'm doing just in case something goes wrong. But there was something that she knew at that point at 5:25 a.m. Something had happened between that gas station, leaving the gas station, and so when she left the gas station, she knowingly went the opposite direction of where she was initially headed. That was to meet up with someone or to try and solve some kind of situation with someone who was doing her dirty. In between the time she pulled out of that parking lot the wrong way and an hour and a half about later when she FaceTimed her sister, something had happened that made her either want to tell her sister her plan or where she was going, or something happened that she needed, like, to know if it was a good idea or not to do that. I'm feeling like it was more like, hey, I'm just letting you know that I'm going here, I'm doing this. So if you don't hear from me, that's where I'm going to be. That's the kind of phone call that I'm seeing that intended to be. Let's move on from that part for now. Reported as a missing person, August 8th. Launched an investigation. Was able to get an emergency ping on her cell phone. The phone didn't continue to ping later that morning. So What was going on when that cell phone still was pinging? The wheel in reverse, something bad was happening. Like an unwelcomed change to the situation. What made the cell phone stop pinging? Six of Wands in reverse. I believe that she was still alive when that, maybe she was not. She was around someone who did not have her best interest in mind when they initially pinged that cell phone. Something was going on at that time that somebody was trying to figure out what to do with a situation that had turned bad. It did not go the way that they wanted it to go, or it did not go a good way. Something bad happened, and it caused a great deal of pain. Trying to think of how to best go about this. Last seen driving away, detectives, search warrants, digital footprint. It's very rare that a 22-year-old girl has no digital footprint. That's what the chief said. The family was adamant that this was not normal behavior for Jolissa, which again brings concern. So they pinged the phone was on, and then the phone went off. What happened? What was going on around Jolissa's body, whether or not she was passed away at that point? That's besides the point right now. What was going on around her body and around her vehicle within the few hours after her phone stopped pinging? Two of Wands. Avoiding risk and plans falling apart. Something took a bad turn. Something went very wrong. The plans fell apart. Going on around Jolissa, propaganda, treason, fraud, and party. Somebody was not who they were pretending to be. Jolissa was misled or lied to in some way. Before Jolissa's phone had stopped pinging, was she around more than one person? Whether or not, was she around more than one person? The Hermit. She was? No, she was just with one person. Oh. Oh. I knew I had a bad feeling about this. Hierophant in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. She was in contact with someone, and someone was leading her somewhere where they said that there was more people. Yeah, just come meet up. There's a bunch of us here. And when she got there was only one person there. And she immediately was like, oh, this isn't good. She may... saying no social media though, so I'm just not sure how she could have been in contact with this other person. Her phone had traveled through Sanger and pinged at a cell phone tower in the area of Avocado Lake and Pine Flat Lake. What was she doing there? Nine of Swords. Anxiety and fear. Eight of Pentacles. Hard work. My opinions for entertainment purposes only. I believe that she was... All right, let's run it from the beginning. She's at a gathering with, it says family, whoever she's at the gathering with, people that she cared for and that meant a lot to her, people that she was like, okay, once I'm with these people, I won't be thinking about this. I'll be able to be here in the moment. She wasn't able to be there in the moment. Something was really still bothering her. And in that time, she was like, okay, I'm obviously... you know, I'm with this group of people. If this group of people isn't going to be able to get my mind off of it, it's something that I need to address. So her mind, she was like, I just need a little bit of space. You know, I just need to kind of clear my head, figure out how to make it so that this is not bothering me as bad. She just wanted to be feeling like herself again. This is something that had been bothering her for a little bit and kind of building up. And she was just like, I need to address it because I can't even enjoy being here with my family or whoever she was around. I can't even enjoy being here with them because my mind is somewhere else. So I need to address this. She went to the gas station. In that time period of leaving the house to the gas station, either she was in contact with someone or she had already known where someone was going to be. I'm feeling like she was in contact with someone, but the whole digital footprint thing is kind of no digital footprint. That part is throwing me off because it says no social media. I'm feeling like there was some kind of chat app or something. There had to be something because I do feel like she was in contact with someone. If not, then she had already previously known where someone was going to be and went there. Either way, her intention leaving that gas station was not making the wrong direction. She didn't forget where she was going. She didn't forget where she lived. She was intentionally going the wrong way to try and solve this matter that was really, really bothering her. She wanted to kind of take the high road and just not scold the person, but show the person, hey, look, this really sucks. You're hurting me. I hope you don't do this to someone else. I just... like giving herself that closure of knowing, hey, at least I tried and didn't just let them go on with life thinking it's okay to treat people like this. That's what I'm getting. I believe that she She thought that there was going to be multiple people at this place where she went, and she got there and there was just one other person. And immediately she was like, this isn't good. She was misled or lied to in some way by someone who's pretending to be someone that they were not. And as soon as she got to Sanger, Avocado Lake, and Pine Flat Lake, something scared her. She knew that something was not as it seemed. Department, showing her phone coming through the areas. And, continuing to analyze the digital data found. What did they find, if anything, in that digital data that the public does not know about? Five of Swords is about a fair fight. Temperance. Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't think they found what was available to be found, or they didn't read like they didn't interpret the information that they were reading in the correct way to put the pieces together of what could have happened, but it was there. Okay, so she goes and she heads in the opposite direction of where she was intended to be going, with the intent of meeting up with someone. She gets somewhere and realizes that what she deemed to be a group of people was actually just one person, and that person turned out to not be who they said that they were in some way. What can we know about that person? Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups, reverse Page of Swords, and reverse Queen of Swords. This person was not nice. This person one second, let me just pull cards so I should say this. Four of Swords. I said, let me just see if I should say this, and I pulled this card. The quote on the card is, take time out and the answer will come. She was lured somewhere. Somebody somehow got her to come somewhere where she was lied to about the atmosphere of the place that she would be going. Her intention was pure to try and kind of help the other person be a better person, and the other person knew that and was like, no, I'm actually going to show her what a bad person is. What happened once she was around this other person? Three of Cups in reverse, Four of Pentacles. It was supposed, I'm telling you, it was supposed to be a party, or it was supposed to be a group of people, and she was misled, someone misrepresented themselves. It's like whoever this other person was, what their main problem was that they didn't want her telling other people that they were a bad person. So it was like they knew that they were treating her bad, but they didn't want that to get out. Not like she was running around gossiping. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like the other person didn't want the potential of their name being smeared based off of the way that they were treating her. Let's jump ahead. Jolissa's car was found at the bottom of like a very steep cliff. It's ruled that she passed away due to that accident. It was ruled as a one-car accident. What can we know about how Jolissa and her car got to the bottom of that steep cliff? It just literally jumped onto the floor like, you know. 7 of Wands. Her car's down there because somebody wanted it to be down there. How did they get it down there? Hierophant. 7 of Swords. The Devil. Queen of Wands in reverse. Somebody, I'm not trying to like make this case harder than it needs to be for the family or anything like that, because I know that it's very easy to just say, okay, we found the car. It was obviously an accident, case closed. That's just not what I'm reading. You know, I'm not saying that it's a good thing that that happened. In a way, I wanted it to be that. I wanted her to just, you know, have gotten in a bad accident, but it's looking like something's a lot more sinister than that. I'm not saying that because I want anyone to get in an accident. I'm just saying, like, out of the 2 options, that one would be better than what I'm seeing here. You know when, like, some people are just, like their personality is like sunshine, and then for someone who wants to be in the darkness, that person's sunshine will irritate them. That's what was happening here. Something happened, and there was something... Her body had... All right, warning, this is not going to be pleasant to hear. Her body had to be found damaged to hide the damage that was already there. Something had happened, and they had to make it so this body was found destroyed enough so that it would be kind of cut and dry. It's not like this was a little hill. It's like this was a giant cliff that if you're driving 60 down the road and you go off this cliff, or if your car is just pushed off this cliff, there's a chance for it looking the same just because of the distance that it had to travel down to get to the bottom. Drama. Communication. Imprisonment. Once she got to meet up with this person, there was only one person there instead of a group of people. She had realized that this person was not who they were presenting themselves to be. So it could have been that it was a completely different person. Like she was expecting to see person A and she saw person B. Or it could be that person A was pretending to be like person A, but person A was really person B. So someone had lied and misrepresented either themselves or who they were. Got her in a space where she couldn't get away. And I mean, it really all started because she was just trying to communicate with this person. She was just trying to get the closure that she wanted to be able to best move forward and get out of her own head. But this person was just... seeing two cards with ropes on them. How did this car get to the bottom of this? Imprisonment just like flew across because it got hit by another card. Six of Wands and Three of Pentacles. So she shows up at this place where this other person is, or is communicating. Yeah, she showed up at a place where another person is. She thought there'd be more than one person. There was only one person. This person was a liar, not representing themselves in the right way. Something happened, and this bad person called other people to help them in this. And that's how they got this car to the bottom. It's like that the person met up with a group of people, planned out what to do, and got the car to what's really sticking out to me is that this was a very large cliff, and once a car goes down this cliff and catches on fire and does whatever else a car does after it's been in an accident like that, you can't really tell if this car was going 60 and went off this cliff or if this car was just rolled off this cliff. That's why this cliff was where they found her. They couldn't use a little cliff, because if they use a little cliff, the car might not catch on fire. Her body might not be damaged enough to hide the initial damage that happened. It was like, I think it said 60 miles from her house. It was like far enough away that it wouldn't be like real close to the house, first place that they look, but it was a steep enough cliff that the damage would occur that would help cover up what actually occurred. This is not an accident. I'm sorry, it's not. What happened may have been an accident. Like, I don't think the person lured her there to murder her, but I do think that there is something that happened that led to her passing away, and the car being at the bottom of the cliff is not how she died, but how her death is being covered up by the person who did it. Again, I am not trying to bring closure to this case, but I mean, I just say what I see. I read the energy. What was Jolissa's energy? What was her energy when she was driving from the gas station to wherever she went after the gas station? Championship, nobility, self-realization. So she was like, okay, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to fix it. I'm just going to get my closure. I'm just going to try and help another person. I can't put this off anymore. The Shaper. Reclamation, vanity, surface appearances. Look, it's even like the person is taking off their mask. So when she was driving there, she was finally seeing this person's true colors. Something had happened that made her realize, okay, I might not be able to help fix this person. I might not be able to get them to see my point of view, but I at least want to make my point known so that I know that I tried to help this person be better going forward and not hurt another person the way that they're emotionally hurting me. What was her energy when she got to where she was going after the gas station? So this was on the way. Now, when she got there and took in the energy of the atmosphere and the surrounding whatever, what was her energy? Blinded to pain. So she got there, she went from not realizing what she was getting into to the Witch of Ages, atonement, growth, and deceit. She got there. She didn't realize what she was getting into, started to piece together, started to realize it. And by the time she realized it, she realized that she'd been lied to. What was her energy after whatever bad started to happen? After she realized she was probably not in a good situation. Fated to suffer. She got there, wasn't quite sure, started to piece it together, and then was like, oh, I'm in trouble here. Peaceful among thorns. It's like she was trapped around someone that was evil, but there was nothing she could do about it. So this is when something bad started to happen. What was her energy? What was her energy immediately before she passed away? Master of inspiration, understanding, community, ingenuity. antipathy, introspection, opposition. Weaver of Fate. It's like she saw herself being in a bad situation, but it's like she started to look inside of her mind, like, how did I not see this? How did I not piece this together? How did I not realize how this could potentially unfold once I got here? So when she initially got to this place, there was one person, but before she passed away, there was more than one person. I'm gonna pull 2 cards. If Jolissa could tell us anything right now about what happened to her, what would she tell us? Strange phenomena involved. She could tell us one thing, or one more thing about what happened. Perpetrator has behavioral patterns of a serial killer. And look, this one has like a window, like people looking out the window, and then this one's a graveyard. What can we know about the strange phenomena involved? Royalty, evil, inside. So I said, what can we know about the strange phenomena? Someone who looks well put together, you know, like they would be a good person on the outside. On the inside, they're not. But on the outside, they present in a totally different way. What can we know about Perpetrator has behavioral patterns of a serial killer? Burial. Landfill. Wooded area. She was found in a wooded area, not in a landfill, but in like the bottom of a... And that's... What else can we know about that landfill card? Beach. Assassination. So basically, this person has done something bad before and either got rid of someone or some kind of evidence in a landfill type area or something like that. It's almost like this person was trying to replicate that without going to a landfill because they were trying to destroy evidence in the same way. Does Jolissa's family know this person? Does her parents, start with that, does her parents know this person? Nine of Pentacles. They might not know the person, but they might know of the person. I feel like this person is like well off and someone that you wouldn't expect to be in this energy. Like this is someone who really puts on a good face to the public, but is evil underneath. And this was, I'm telling you, she was led somewhere for her own demise. Like, you know how I said she wanted to not teach them a lesson, but she wanted to just like help them understand that what they were doing wasn't right. They wanted to teach her a lesson that they didn't want to learn lessons. What can we know about the person? What can we know about the person who she met up with? The Emperor in reverse. Page of Pentacles. Someone who's abusing their power, someone who had strength over her and was able to subdue her in some way and make it so that she couldn't get away. This was a place where she expected more people to be than just this person, but this person lied and told her false information either prior or when they led her there. This is someone who puts on a really good face to the outside world and would not otherwise be suspected in something like this, which is why they were very good at kind of getting the evidence to wash away, getting it to kind of take enough time for the body to be found in a way that would not lead back to what they did to her. I'm going to pull one card for each statement. My first statement is Jolissa's car was found at the bottom, all mangled, obviously from falling and fire and whatever else. What was that covering up? New World Order and natural causes. Hold on a second. I hope I'm wrong about that, but hold on. Seven of Pentacles. Oh. She initially passed away in some way that would be like not an obvious, so not like a gunshot wound, not like a strangling. It hold on a second. Queen of Pentacles. All right, I just pieced it together. I don't believe that she was killed before the car went down. I believe that she was trapped in the car and the car was made to go down the cliff, and that's how she passed away. But she was trapped in that car and that car was not in her control. Yeah, she wasn't dead when that car went off. She was not passed away, but there was a situation that she was unable to get out of. It's not like she was just let to drive alone. There was something going on. What else can we know? The Moon, there's still things hidden that we don't know or don't understand. Seven of Wands in reverse, ignorance. somebody took her power away from being able to operate this vehicle. Hold on. Eight of Cups. Searching for answers. Two of Pentacles. Okay, my opinion, entertainment purposes only. I believe that she... Oh, okay. I think I got it. All right. Based off of this is what I believe happened. I believe that she left. Everything I said so far. She left. She went the wrong way. She was going to meet up with someone. I feel like she knew where someone was supposed to be. There was like a party or something that someone was supposed to be at, and she was going to kind of just show up and try and make amends with this person. That's why there's no phone calls or anything that would lead them to a specific person. It's someone that she knew where they already were. She went there expecting a party, but instead of a party, there was just a person. She saw something that she was not supposed to see. She arrived essentially like unannounced, I guess, or maybe she wasn't able to get a hold of the person. I'm feeling like there would be phone calls that would lead to this person, and the reason this person's able to get away with this is because there's not, which makes me feel like she was going somewhere unannounced, not in like a malicious way, but just like a way like, oh, I'm just going to show up, there's a party, I'll show up and we'll talk and see how it goes. But when she got there, that party was not happening, and she saw something that she shouldn't have seen or was not supposed to see. And either they trapped her in that car, or when she left, she was followed. But that car and her in it was somehow pushed or directed or something off of that cliff for the purpose of her not being able to say what she saw. Because this person has something to lose, and they're willing to do anything to not have that information come out. She was lied to about who this person was or this party. Like, let's say there was a party she knew about. She knew so-and-so would be there and so-and-so would be there. Either there was no party or the party was over by the time she got there, and she walked in or showed up and there was something that she was not supposed to see that this person is not taking the chance of letting out. Oh, how I said... What did I say? I said... It was like someone didn't want her potentially saying something bad about them, or like, not that she was going and gossiping, but just that they didn't want her saying something bad about them. That's this. They didn't want her saying what she saw. She saw something. What did she see? Dismemberment. Caregiver. Timeline issue. She started to put the pieces together about something. Something wasn't making sense to her, and then it clicked, and she started to put the pieces together. What about that caregiver part? Judgment. She saw something that had to do with somebody doing something evil or mistreating another person. she put this together because she showed up somewhere where she was told something was happening, but something else was happening and she saw it. She was either ran off the road or pushed off the road. It could have been that maybe her brakes were cut or something like that. I don't know if that's something they'd be able to really determine after the damage of that car, like it was. But this is someone who knew what they were doing. This is someone who has something to lose, and this is someone that's into something evil. Again, I know that this case looks like it was closed, and I'm not trying to just like disregard the closure that could have been, but I just am not seeing it being an accident. I'm not. I think that the person behind it has the means or ability to cover their tracks, and I think that they'll do what it takes because they have a lot to lose. And I think that that's why the car had to be in the state that it was in the location that it was in. Let's pull one more card. What I'm going to do is... All right. What can Jolissa tell us about what she saw or found out, or what was discovered by her? What can she tell us about that? Spouse, partner. Runaway. False person. It's someone that I feel like she had some kind of romantic interest in, or someone that was at least making it seem like that was there. But she tried to get away from these people. What did I say? I said, what can she tell us about what she found? So it was someone that she had some kind of connection with. And she tried to get away from them once she realized that they were not who they said they were. So if they weren't who they said they were, then who were they? Mountains, weird science. One second. Eight of Wands. It's something to do with either production or distribution of some kind of substance. She showed up somewhere and she saw somebody giving something or doing something to someone else. Yeah, that's what she saw. She saw somebody... I mean, it might have been a party when she showed up, but she might have walked into a room where there was just one other person and that other person was doing something bad to someone else. She tried to get away. She tried to run away. She started to put everything together. It's like little pieces of here and there that she saw something that she wasn't... She might not have seen the whole picture of what was happening, but she had seen enough other little pieces that she was like, oh my gosh, and freaked out and tried to get away. And I'm telling you, they ran her car off the road. Okay, I'm going to shuffle these. This is how we're going to end this for today because this is really heavy and I need a break. I'm going to ask Jolissa to lead me to one card that will describe what happened immediately after she saw something that she was not supposed to see. Deep state, big cover up. Also, like, she realized that I feel like she walked in on some kind of either experiment using substances, like people using other people as an experiment, or she had pieced enough of other things together that she had just realized that there was some kind of big operation that she was uncovering. She saw something, she saw something that got her in the position that she's in. She tried to get away, and they used the steepness of the terrain in their advantage. So a card fell on the ground while I was saying this, and I just asked for cards from Jolissa, and the card that fell on the ground makes me feel like it's from her, that this information has finally found a channel to come out. I'm going to show you the card. And it even has like a person's feet on it and a road. If this card is meant to be from Jolissa saying that this is what happened and she's happy that the real truth finally came out, give me one card. I'm trying to think of what deck to use. Hold on. Hold on one second. I'm trying to think. Muses. What's one card that could help us confirm that that is Jolissa? I don't know if this is the deck I want to use. Hold on a second. Sorry. I don't want to mess this up. What are these ones? All right. So, Jolissa, please lead me to a card that will help confirm that this is you, as in you, Jolissa, saying that you're happy that the truth is out, as in just state it. This can be something that we would understand or something that only that people would know you would understand. Whatever kind of password Jolissa wants to use right now to wrap this up. Snake. Calamity. I'm going to take a break for now. I probably am going to look a little bit further into this. I know that there's likely not going to be much more news coming out about it because it's the end of the case. I'm happy if Jolissa's happy that this is what she wanted to get out. I wasn't going to do this reading today, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and this card coming out, I feel like is, she needed this information to come out so she could rest, because she didn't want people to just end on okay, I was in an accident and rolled down the hill. That's not what she wanted. She wanted the truth.